Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the third condition of binocular vision, that is eye movements. So those of you haven't viewed the previous videos of binocular vision, I suggest you to first see that and then continue this so that you can understand the video properly. There are two types of eye movements. Number one, vergent or conjugate movements, and number two, vergence or disjunctive movements. So we will discuss in detail in the next slides about these movements. The first type of movement is vergent movement, also known as conjugate movement. So, in this movement, the fixation lines remain at a constant inclination to each other, that is parallel to each other when viewing distant objects. The word important here is constant inclination, which gives you an idea that the angle between the two primary lines are constant. Okay, so you must be aware of the terms fixation lines or primary lines or visual axis. All these terms mean the same. When we look at a distance or infinity, keeping our head straight, the two primary lines are parallel to each other. We know this. So this same parallelity is maintained during the vergent movements on whichever direction you look at, either left, right, up or down. The parallelity is maintained. Another thing that you need to keep in your mind for the vergent movement is that both the eyes are into play. That means when you're looking towards right, both the eyes will move right. And similarly, when looking left, both the eyes will look towards left. Moving forward, there are 8 types of vergent movements. They are dextroversion, levoversion, dextroelevation, levoelevation, dextrodepression, levodepression, dextrocycloversion, and levocycloversion. So I want you to understand the meaning of certain words here so that it's easier for you to interpret those movements. For example, dextro. Dextro means right, levo means left, elevation means upwards, depression means downwards, and cyclo, in both the cases, that's rotation. Dextroversion. Like I said, dextro means right. So it's the eye movement horizontally and towards the right. For your reference, you can see the images that I've provided below. Okay. So similarly, levoversion is eye movement horizontally and towards the left. I think this is very easy to remember. Dextroelevation. Again, elevation means upwards. So this movement is upwards and towards the right. Similarly, levoelevation. Eye movement upwards but towards the left. Dextrodepression, downwards and towards right, and similarly levodepression, downwards and towards the left. I suppose this is very easy to understand. There's nothing complicated here. You need to pay attention here. This is cycloversion. So in this eye movement, this type of eye movement, there is rotation of the top portion of both the eyes. And I already mentioned that for vergent movements, both the eyes are involved. So dextrocycloversion is rotation of both the eye towards the right, and similarly levocycloversion, rotation of both the eye towards the left. The second type of movement is vergence movement, also known as disjunctive movement. So in this type of eye movement, the fixation lines vary in inclination to each other. That means that they are not parallel to each other. So they have different angles between them. This enables the eyes to move in opposite directions to obtain or maintain the binocular vision. The most common examples of vergence are convergence and divergence. There are 6 types of vergence: convergence, divergence, right supravergence, left supravergence, encyclovergence, and excyclovergence. As I mentioned earlier, the two common types of vergence movements are convergence and divergence. So what is convergence? So when we see an object, when we see a near object specifically, what happens is the two visual axes or primary lines, whatever you call it, they intersect. They have to intersect to fixate that object. So this act, this movement is called convergence. Similarly, when we look at a distant object, what happens is that the two visual axes, they move away from each other. So this act, this movement is called divergence. Okay, so right supravergence and left supravergence. So like I said, dextro means right and levo means left. So this can also be called as dextro supravergence or levo supravergence. Okay, so what is it? Right supravergence is nothing but elevation of right eye, and we've learned that elevation means upward movement. So only movement of the right eye. This in the construct of squints can also be called hyperphoria. Hyperphoria of the right eye. Similarly, left supravergence is elevation of left eye. It can also be called hyperphoria of the left eye. The last two types of vergence are encyclovergence and excyclovergence. So what is encyclovergence? It is nothing but intorsion of both eye. What do you understand by the word intorsion? It means rotation nasally or medially. Similarly, excyclovergence is extorsion of both eye, that is rotation temporarily or laterally. Like I had previously said for version movements, that both the eyes are involved and they move in the same direction, but that is not true for vergence. In the case of vergence, we see that both have opposite movements. For example, you can see in encyclovergence that both are moving nasally, and excyclovergence, they are rotating outwards. That's it about the eye movements. We'll continue the last condition of binocular vision in the next video. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and also click on the bell icon so that you receive notifications whenever I put a video.